Welcome to Got Math Help, presented by me, Miss B.
Adding and subtracting integers using a number line. We're going to go through 4 examples that add and subtract integers using the number line. Let's start with our first example. First example is going to ask us 2 plus 3. We're going to look at the sum of 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 3 using a number line, this first number is going to tell us where do we begin. Where do we start? This sign right here, it's add. Tells us what direction to go. The 3 tells us how many units to go in that direction. So if we look at where we start, we're going to start at a 2. So I'm going to go to 2 on my number line. 1, 2. We'll start here. I'll put a point here or a circle here. I'm going to move to the right 3 units. Remember, positive means going to the right, negative means going to the left. So I'm going to jump 3 units to the right. There's 1, 2, and 3. And you look at where do you end up at. Well, I end up at 5. So therefore my answer is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Why don't we look at another example? Now we have 2 take away 3. So our problem asks us 2 take away 3. Remember, the first number tells us where do you start on the number line. So when we go to the number line, you're going to start at 2. Then you have the subtraction, or the negative tells you which direction. Because it's a subtraction or negative, we're going to move to the left. And to the left, how many units? That's what the number tells us. We're going to move to the left 3 units. So let's go ahead and try that. Again, I'm going to start at 2, so I'll put an open circle there. I'm going to go to the left, and remember, positive is to the right, negative is to the left. I'm going to jump 3 units to the left. So let's go. 1, 1, 2, 3. And then you look at where do you end up at? Well, I end up at negative 1. So 2 take away 3 is negative 1. Let's go for another one. The next problem asks us to take negative 2 plus 3. Negative 2 and add 3 to that. And let's see what we get. Remember, first number is where we're going to start at. We'll start at negative 2 this time. Here's negative 2. I'll put an open circle there. Positive means which direction? Means to go to the right. So I'm going to go to the right how many units? I'll go to the right 3 units. Let's jump 3 units to the right. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see where we ended up with. Well, I ended up at 1. So negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Let's try our last example. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go back here. Okay, negative 2 take away 3. Negative 2 take away 3. I start at negative 2. What direction do we go? We go to the left because it's a subtract or a negative. How many units do we move? 3. Let's go for it. Starting at negative 2. There's negative 2. Which direction do I go? Well, it's a subtract or a negative. That means we'll go to the left. How many units? 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Look at where you end up at. Therefore, my answer is negative 5. So this works for really any numbers. The larger the numbers get, it becomes a little bit harder, but you can still manage it. With decimals, fractions, of course, then it doesn't work. This is only for integer operations of addition and subtraction. Well, I hope it helped, and see you next time.